Tuesday morning, weather highs 19 degrees. And while we worry about the possibility of weather turning to slightly overcast conditions with rain tomorrow, that is the least of this man's concerns. He's been out there in the toughest of situations and circumstances and weather conditions. Riaan Manser is with us today. Riaan, obviously people want to know we've read books as well. We've heard your encounters of some of life's toughest situations to be in. Can you share a story with us of maybe one of the toughest experiences that you've had to face out there in terms of the elements, the raw elements of one of your trips?
One that absolutely just jumped into my mind right now, literally. Dan Skinstead and I are trying to get around Iceland. No human beings had gone in a double kayak. Dan has cerebral palsy, shouldn't be paddling on a kayak where we were. The two of us on the 7-meter boat, and we had to do this crossing. It was the last day of us being able to, so because of the bad weather, we'd made it to a peninsula. It's in the area called the Fingers. It's the north westerly side of Iceland. If you look at a map, Icelanders don't live there. Yeah, these two South Africans, the worst winter of 63 years, want to paddle around there. We came back to this town for resupplies, and then there was one little ferry going and doing a drop for people, the people that come past maybe for diesel emergency drops.
Got you.
So they could only take us to one point, and literally if I show you on the map where they tilted our kayak boat out there, me, a physically abled guy jumping into freezing cold water, 2 degrees, 1 degrees water, Dan, a handicapped guy, also being shoveled into the water. The swirling of those
tornadoes almost.
Tornadoes lifting water up in front of us. And I honestly sat behind Dan and I just spoke courage into him, and I didn't know how we were going to make it around the point. We had to go about 5 kilometers around a point. If you had to ask Dan one moment in that 6-month journey, our lives were at risk often. That day, I didn't know, and Dan thinks I was motivating him. I was motivating myself. I was just saying, Dan, to that next rock. Come on, Dan, to that next rock, to that next rock. Literally went from rock to rock, and then we went around the point. Now, I remember us both sitting on a beach. We turned around, waves were smashing. We just landed on a beach, and both of us just sat there. And in those moments, not one word. We just knew, my goodness, what the heck have we done?
Yeah.
That was literally both our lives, because the only craft out there was the one that wasn't willing to go any further.
Sure.
Two guys on a kayak.
On a kayak. Now, you'd think that you'd lived through enough over the last 20 years to say, well, let's continue to write kids' books, but from the safety and the comfort of a beautiful seaside cottage while you watch your kids grow up, and you've gone and your beautiful wife have decided, listen, we want to show our kids the world. And the best way to do it is take them with us and show them the world that they would never normally get to see. Well, that is if your parents aren't, don't include Riaan Manser, the Manser family. What are you guys doing next?
Yeah, we bought a sailboat about a year and a bit ago, and then it was a nice big decision. I sit over here with you, and it is easy for people listening just to think, it just happens for Riaan Manser. It doesn't.
No.
We were in Mauritius. We sat, and I remember it was the last night. We were about to leave. I sat in a beautiful place up north, overlooking the ocean, some sailboats in front of us, and I said to Fasti, I always talk about this this motto that there is an ocean between saying and doing, and I'm not even living by it. I promise you, when I get back, I give myself 30 days to buy a boat. It was the night before the 30 days was up, and we're standing in our kitchen pressing that enter button for the EFT. I told my son, James, the older boy, we'd bought a sailboat. His answer or his question to me just told me we're doing everything right. He said to me, Dad, does that mean we one day will be able to eat Chinese noodles in China? And I said to him, that's exactly what the boat's going to do for our family.
Wow. You're an inspiration to so many people, myself included.
We're trying. Thanks.
You, Murray, the next book is on its way out for kids, ladies and gentlemen, and the incredible Riaan Manser's journey officially kicks off with that unveiling of this amazing vessel tomorrow, and may it bring you and your family many, many happy adventures and stories that we can all live vicariously through.
Thanks.